everyone. Welcome to Mystic Bee Spiritual Insights. Thanks for joining. I am Anna Marie. I am a clairvoyant, a psychic medium, and actually the founder of Mystic Bee. I'm also your host, and my intention here is to use my intuitive gifts to help you find clarity, healing, and connection. And if you noticed, I just lost one of my lights, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as I share a personal story during our show. But I first want to just thank you for your patience and kindness as I stepped away for a short time to tend to some family matters. And I just want to express my gratitude to those of you that have been patient, but most importantly, for the team at A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. I couldn't do all of this or navigate these personal matters without you. So thank you very much. So my mother passed away last week, and this journey has been both sacred and overwhelming. It's had grief, reflection, and even a bit of awe. So the day before she passed, we had kind of a recurring but powerful conversation about sending signs from the other side. And it's something that we've discussed over the years, but this time it was with, I would say, a greater intensity and really me kind of pleading with her to take it seriously. I asked her if she would send me a sign after she crossed over, and we talked a little bit about some of the easy ways to connect. And we talked about electricity being one of the easiest ways to come through. So I'm laughing because, of course, now I start this show, I finish my prayer and meditation before the show starts, and of course, I lose my light. But there's more to this story. So as I have this conversation with my mom, basically, I asked her to promise that she would try to communicate as soon as she arrived or transitioned. And believe it or not, she did. So my hope in sharing a little bit more of this personal story with you, it will help us all be reminded about these moments. There are these messages, signs, and just synchronicities in life that they tell us our loved ones are still here. They don't really leave us. Their energy just transforms, but we're all still connected. So I'll share a little bit more of the message. So before she passed, as I mentioned, we were having this conversation, but she had passed, so I had to resume packing and cleaning in her apartment. I was working in her music room, which is a space that she loves. It has all of her musical instruments, a lot of creativity, and certainly a lot of energy. And as I was working, I heard this strange noise in her apartment, and I thought I had tripped an alarm. I didn't know if it was a carbon monoxide detector or something from the water heater. So I'm trying to navigate through the apartment and track it down. I end up in the bathroom, and strangely, her electric toothbrush had been sitting on the counter and just started buzzing. So that was the noise. So I'm looking at this toothbrush. I, of course, took a deep breath, but I knew immediately it was my mom. And I won't share the details, but we had other conversations about her accidentally thinking she used my toothbrush and all of that, but I knew immediately it was her. So I took the toothbrush, I put it in a plastic bag, so I knew it had a special message. I set it aside and I continued with my work. Later that afternoon, I hear a noise again, and lo and behold, inside this plastic bag, inside the plastic tote, this toothbrush is buzzing again, but now it's lights, I'm turning it off, it's going back on. So really just encouraging for me, and it became pretty comical. So I just want you to know that whether it's a flickering light or a repeating song or some sort of vibrating toothbrush, just know the energy that matches you, your intuition, you'll know what the sign is, you'll know who it's from, and just embrace it and know that our loved ones are always still with us. So I was able to record some of this on my phone, so I'll be sharing that video on my Mystic Bee Facebook page tomorrow. So now let's redirect some of our energy and connect with Kiki in Boone, North Carolina. So Kiki, do I have you on the line?
Yes, you do.
How are you?
I'm just super. Thanks, Anna Maria.
Oh, great. It's nice to have you. We appreciate you tuning in. I want this time to be meaningful for you. So, generally, I like to ask Kiki if you have a specific topic that you wanted to drill in on, or if you'd like a general reading.
I think a general reading. Thank you.
Okay. Um, Let me see what kind of energy I can get. Sometimes I'm just tuning in, getting your vibe. Um, I don't know why I'm picking up on mom energy around you also, Kiki. Um, I don't know if you're close with your mom or if you've had your own encounters with your mom, um, but I'm getting some maternal energy. I'm
Okay,
also
my mom's
getting,
been gone about
I'm
14
sorry, go
years,
ahead.
probably. My mom's
Pardon?
been gone about 14 years.
Okay. So I'm getting,
Hmm.
I, so I'll say this. One, I'm getting the maternal energy, and it may be also because I was just speaking about my mom, but I also
Hmm.
have this, I'm going to say temperamental personality, and it feels then masculine. So I have first the mother energy, then I get the masculine energy. So is your father passed also?
Yes, he has, but that
Okay.
describes him perfectly.
Okay. Yeah, it just feels like, he was like the epitome of the grumpy old man, if that makes any sense.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Um, but I will say, in his own way, really devoted to family, just at his
Hmm.
core, the hard work and the contributions that he tried to make for, I will say, the family's reputation. And I'm not sure what that really means, but I feel like you understand what it means, that there were things that he did that was really important, that the family have like a certain brand or a certain reputation within the community. But, he may have been fickle. I also don't know if he was in the military, but I get militant, meaning like he's extra controlling, really everything has its place. I don't want to say too dominant, but definitely military sort of energy. Does this make sense for you?
Yes, you've got him
Okay.
spot on.
Okay. And what's interesting is I'm trying to figure out why they're coming up, and I don't know if they were still married, or who passed first, but I feel like they're still really connected on the other side, and it may just be entirely in support of you. But I feel like there's something, and it feels more specifically with your father. I feel like there's some things you still need to release to kind of move on with just some other healing in your life. Does this make sense for you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I just feel like I don't know what the betrayal was, but it feels like there was something that he did that really hurt you. And it felt like a loyalty betrayal or something that he said or did that just really, really hurt you. And I feel like it's so interesting that we're having this conversation because I almost feel like I'm talking to myself. Um,
Mm.
I want to say, Kiki, I feel like you're supposed to remove the label for your father, like remove his designation as a parent. And I want you to look at him as a man that lived this hardworking, ethical, committed, deliberate, and I'm going to say also very challenging life. Um, and I want
Yes,
you to just work with that identity and find the respect and admiration that you would have for him, a human being that navigated all of these challenges and didn't give up. Does this make sense?
yes, it does.
Okay. So I feel like that first and foremost, I need to put that out there. Um, I feel like just letting go of that, it feels like it opens other doorways for you. So I'm not sure. And I feel like you have a partner. It feels like you're married or have a partner. Is that correct?
Actually, it isn't.
Okay. So then
No.
the energy that I'm getting is that there is a deep connection. I've been, whomever is going to fit, I would say, a companion profile. Okay. I feel like
Hmm.
there is some sort of male counterpart, but it feels like it really ties to business. So I don't know if you have a business and it's a business partner that I'm picking up on, or it's a male companion that you once had a relationship with that you're still connected to. But I feel like another current male energy that feels like a companion in some way that crosses over in business.
I do have a spiritual teacher that's a male.
Okay. And do you talk about business and professional pursuits?
No, but I
Okay.
am living in a retreat center that is under his umbrella.
Okay. So then if he's sort of your coach, we'll say, right? If
Yeah,
he's your
right.
coach, your advisor, and you are kind of housed in his vicinity, there's probably some crossover of personal, professional. But whatever the case may
Sure.
be, I feel like you have some abundance coming your way. I feel like you are able to sort of relax, retreat. I feel like you're not having to work as hard as you once did, but you have an influx of more success and abundance coming towards you. So I don't know if you've been working on manifesting new things, but I do feel professionally or from a business perspective that there's something more lucrative coming in your future.
Great.
Um, I also don't know if someone's proposed another opportunity to you, but I feel like there's also another business prospect that may be presented to you, and you may consider doing that or exploring it a little bit further as well. Does any
Great.
of this help you?
Yes, it does very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And then I think just finally, I would say I do see a union for you. It feels romantic in nature. So whether this person is in your immediate circle or not, I do feel a union that is in front of you. Time-wise, I feel like if you're not in a relationship now, I feel like it's something that develops greater intensity in the next 4 to 6 months. But don't be surprised if this is also someone from your past, because I feel this masculine energy that I feel like it's a relationship that you've had or someone that you know. Does this help at all?
Yes, it does, Anna Maria. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
You're very welcome, Kiki. Thanks for calling in. We hope you join again next week.
Oh, thank you for your time. It was perfect.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
So I think we're going to connect now with Stacy in San Bernardino. Hi, Stacy.
Yes.
How are you?
Hi. I'm okay.
You're okay? Well,
Yeah.
let's see if we can find some other clarity or information that makes you better than okay. How does that sound?
Perfect. I love that.
Great. Um, so aside from you saying okay, I mean, I can, we can interpret things by tone of voice and all of that. So
Oh, okay.
clearly, I'm going to say just on our greeting, it feels like you, I would say that you're feeling defeated. There's something that you've wanted that didn't come to pass, but also that you've just had a difficult shake recently.
Yes. Yes.
But
Yes.
you know what, Stacy? And
Mm-hmm.
please don't take this as any sense of disrespect or judgment, but I feel like you've had a hard time for a long time.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I just feel like this has been going on for years with you, that you've just been rolling up your sleeve, trying to figure it out, being resourceful, trying to find another path, trusting the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you've just really been let down a lot. And some of it, and I think you can own that some of this is just being accountable for your own choices. But I really do feel like it's just
Yes.
kind of the company that you have been keeping over the years. They kind of suck.
Yes. Definitely.
Okay. All right.
Too
So
much.
let's get some okay. So let's get some better vibes going here.
Yes.
So first I would say I feel like you are at the threshold of a new beginning. So whatever this derailment or this big disappointment that you've just gone through, I feel like it's a reset button for you. I feel like there was sort of a wake up call. Did you just let go of someone in your immediate circle?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you
Mhm.
needed to do that. It was long overdue. And here's
Yes.
the challenge. You've got to just cut the ties. You know, you can't do this wishy. I feel like you've done this wishy-washy thing with this person before. It's sort of that
Mhm.
it's that recycle, repeat relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So
You're
this
right.
time, like
Exactly.
you gotta cut the cord. Okay. Just whatever you need to do to just give yourself at least 6 weeks. If you can, no texts, no calls, no emails, just give yourself some room to really reflect and prioritize yourself. Because I feel like you need to center and refocus on yourself to really take advantage of this energy that's trying to give you a reset and a new beginning. Okay. And when
Okay.
you're of more clear mind, are you a Libra?
Mhm.
Are you
No.
a Libra?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Um, I wonder if there's something in your chart though, because I'm feeling like relationships have been your downfall. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
All
Totally.
right.
Totally.
Okay. So do you think you have it in you to to find sort of 6 weeks of breathing room
Yes.
to sort of disconnect here? Okay. You have a good support system that can tell you all the reasons why not to pick up the phone or to answer the call.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Um,
feel it's overwhelming. It's like an overwhelming feeling that not to already like I already feel it in my soul to cut the cord,
yeah.
cut it, like just yeah. It's been
So
at me
here's the
like you
reason.
have to do this.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
here's the reason, Stacy, why I'm emphasizing this so much. I feel like if you go back on this merry-go-round, it's going to be 10 times
Hmm.
worse than it has been. Okay. Because
Okay.
I
Yeah.
feel like this person, and they have their own challenges. They are worthy of love and grace and all of that, but you guys aren't good together. Okay. I
No.
feel like
Hmm.
there's addiction issues here. I feel like there's some legal issues here. I feel like they also need to hit their own
Hmm.
rock bottom to save themselves. Okay. Does this
Uh
make
huh.
sense for you?
Yes. Totally. Hmm.
Okay. So you guys need to just stay away from each other. Okay. And focus
Hmm.
on
Okay.
yourselves. But I
Hmm.
really believe that you have a new beginning that is starting now. So I
Hmm.
applaud you for your courage in letting go of something, someone that you love. I know it's
Hmm.
difficult, but I believe that you can do this. Okay. I
Hmm.
do feel there's a potential move for you. Have you already thought about moving?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. So
No.
I feel change around residence. Okay. So it doesn't mean you're going out of
Okay.
state or anything like that, but I do feel like something in your home. I feel like you may leave where you're currently living as part of this fresh
Okay.
start. Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Hmm.
I also feel like with that, I feel like with the move, it may be tied to a job. So I don't know if you're looking at other employment prospects or if you've been trying to find some new employment, but I feel like they go hand in hand. Does this make sense for you?
Yes, I am. Yes,
Okay.
I am trying to find employment. Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like the job that you find, it's like either the commute is not good, and so you move closer to the job, or there's some sort of connection there. But I feel like the move and the job come together. Um, did you
Okay.
interview for something recently,
Yes, I
like in the
did.
last two
Yes.
weeks? Okay, because
Yes. Uh huh.
I feel like what you interviewed for is you're going in the right direction. Okay. So I don't know if you've
Okay.
heard from them or if you are comfortable. I would recommend just following up with them. Don't just
Okay.
let it die. Follow up with them. And even if that position wasn't meant for you, I
Hmm.
feel like there's another opportunity they may share with you. Okay.
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 Okay. Perfect. Yes.
Um,
As I really, really wanted that job too. I really like. That's the one I
yeah.
wanted.
Yeah, so I want to
Hmm.
just make sure that you follow up with them and, and just stay optimistic. And, I try not to put people on blast because this is sort of public stuff, but I'm going to say one more thing about that job. I
Hmm.
feel like there may have been something part of that, either the background application or interview process that you weren't totally transparent about. Okay. So if there was,
Uh-huh.
if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
So here's
trying
here's
to
the
fix
thing.
that before that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So here's what I'm going to say, Stacy.
Mhm.
When you follow up with them, I want you to
Uh-huh.
sort of feel the water. Just, is everything okay? Are there any open questions? And if you have an opportunity to answer a question differently than you did the first time, I'm going
Uh-huh.
to say, I want you to be honest and transparent.
Okay.
Okay. Because I feel
Okay.
like that,
Okay.
because I feel like you not being honest or transparent about certain things is what will prevent you
Mm-hmm.
from getting that job.
So that's so crazy. Yeah. Yes, because I did answer the question wrong when she asked. Yes, you're right. And I
Yeah.
didn't
So, well,
want
and
to,
it
but
was,
I did because I felt like, oh, maybe that
well, you're
it'll
worried.
be
No, you
wiped
were
out by
afraid.
then.
Yeah. No, you were
Yeah, I
just
was.
afraid. You were
Yeah.
just afraid you were going to mess it up. So,
Yeah.
dishonesty will mess it up. Being honest isn't going to mess it up.
Okay.
And you know what? If you don't get the job because you're being honest, the job wasn't meant for you. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna encourage you. I want you to follow up with them. You're in the right arena. That may not be
Mm-hmm.
that job, but I think that there's some other opportunities that they have that would work for you. Just know
Okay.
that you prioritizing yourself, setting out for your new beginning is really critical, that you just not mess around with the dysfunctional
Mm-hmm.
relationship. Okay.
Right. Yes.
And I feel like this is, and I'm just going to say, I don't know if this is part of your sobriety, but I feel like you are
Mm-hmm.
also, I feel like your sobriety also depends on not
Mm-hmm.
being involved with that person. Does this make sense for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
Okay. So focus on
Mm-hmm.
yourself, keep yourself number one, create that 6
Yeah.
weeks of just disconnect so you can really prioritize and get that fresh start that you're looking for. I see employment
Yes.
ahead. I feel like there's a job and a move that are tied together, but I want you to stay honest, keep your integrity,
Mm-hmm.
do the right thing,
Yes.
and it is all going to work out. Okay.
Great. Okay.
Are
Thank
there
you
any
so
other,
much.
yeah, and I just wonder, are there any other questions that you have that maybe on something we've touched on that I can help
Maybe is there
answer?
somebody else in the future, a better person?
So remember when I said, are you a Libra, right? Libras love
Oh,
love.
yeah.
So here's the
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
you have a
Uh-huh.
lot on your plate, but I will say
Yeah.
this,
Mm-hmm.
you will attract, okay? You will attract love again, but I think you want to be a better version of yourself when you get
Yes.
into your next relationship,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
You're
And
absolutely right. Yes.
okay, so you are absolutely lovable, but you are a better version today than you were yesterday,
Mhm.
and you are going to be amazing, right? When you
Yes.
really prioritize yourself and put your best foot
Get
forward. Because
myself together. Yep.
yeah, 'cause I feel like you've just been in the shadow of other people for too long and not the right
Yeah.
people, you know?
Right. Yes. Exactly.
So,
Totally.
yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. So stay encouraged on that front, but just focus on some of these things because, again, I really think your future depends on this. But you've got a lot going on. I commend you for all of your strength and waking up every day despite the circumstances. And I wish you the absolute best.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And you nailed it. You nailed it on the dot. Yes. All right.
You take care,
Thank you.
Stacy. All right, check
You
in with
too.
us and let us know
Bye-bye.
how you're doing. Okay.
I
Bye-bye.
know I feel better after this call though.
Oh, good. See, that's what we wanted. We want you to feel some optimism about tomorrow. You just keep us posted and
Yeah.
let us know how you're doing, okay?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye-bye. How about that? Isn't it interesting how life just unfolds in these just dynamic ways? I I just hope you know that no matter what you're going through, right? You may have a new job, a new relationship. You may have lost a loved one, maybe a pet. Maybe there's just something going on in your life that you're trying to sort out. I just want to encourage you not just to reach out to great people in this network that can help find some clarity or give you some encouragement, but think about your intuition. Think about that God-given gift that you have inside of you that tells you when something is working for you, something's not working for you, someone is meant for you, someone is not meant for you. Just continue to lean on your intuition. Surround yourself with positive people, thoughts, things, and know no matter how much we might screw up today, we always have an opportunity to do better things tomorrow. So if you didn't receive a reading today, just feel free to come back next week. You can also connect with one of the other psychics in the network, or you can also book a private session through my Facebook page or going to my website, mystic-b.com. I would also like to say I want to dedicate this episode to my mom. She loved bluegrass music. She played all sorts of instruments, loved music, the arts, but bluegrass had a special place for her. And if you feel inspired, I want you to listen to one of the songs that I've been listening to that reminds me of her. It's called When You Come Back Down by Nickel Creek. And don't forget to check out the video on my Facebook page tomorrow. I'm going to put the recording of my mom's message to me out there. But hopefully somewhere in this episode, in the video, with the song, just stay open to all of the signs. Stay open to receiving songs, electricity, lights going on or off. But just those things that are meant for you, you know that they are yours. You know that they're your loved ones. They have not left you. They are still with you. And we thank you so much for being here again this week. Hope to see you next week. And I'm sending you lots of love and lots of light. Take care.